Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about a strange sickness that's affecting our cities. You've probably felt it yourself, that weird feeling that the so-called city of the future looks almost exactly the same, no matter where you are in the world.
So, have you ever seen a brand new, super futuristic city project and just gotten this weird sense of déjà vu? Like, wait a minute, haven't I seen this somewhere before? From Dubai to Denver, it really does seem like the city of tomorrow looks, well, kind of generic. And let me tell you, it's not just you. And it's definitely not a coincidence. It's a symptom of a much bigger issue.
All right, let's dive right into what's going on here. There's this massive global race happening right now. Everyone's scrambling to build the cities of tomorrow, smarter, more efficient, totally connected. But here's the thing. In that mad rush, it seems like we've accidentally created a major glitch in the system.
What we're seeing is something you could call copy-paste urbanism. You know exactly what I mean, right? The same sleek glass towers, the same public Wi-Fi spots, the same sensor-packed streetlights, they're just popping up everywhere. And it creates this really generic, almost sterile vibe that completely misses the point of what makes a city unique, its soul.
Believe it or not, this whole phenomenon actually has a name, and diagnosing it is absolutely critical for the health of our future cities. So before we can even think about a cure, we've got to define the problem.
Okay, so the official term is urban rumination. Now, it sounds a little academic, I know, but the idea is actually pretty simple. Think of a city just getting stuck. It's caught in this feedback loop, just repeating the same trendy ideas and tech it sees somewhere else over and over again. And it never pauses to ask the most important question of all. Hey, does this actually make sense for us?
And look, this goes way beyond just being boring or everything looking the same. No, urban rumination causes real-world harm. You get projects that end up fighting each other for resources instead of working together. You have huge amounts of money just wasted on tech that doesn't fit the local climate or culture. And maybe worst of all, cities start to lose that special something, that unique character that makes them, well, them.
So the big question is, how do you spot this happening in your own city? Well, we've got you covered. Think of this as a 5-point checklist, a little diagnostic tool for your hometown.
All right, number one on the list. Stereotypical repetition. Oh man, this is a classic. It's that solution looking for a problem scenario. Planners see some trendy new tech, I don't know, maybe smart trash cans or autonomous shuttles, and they just decide to deploy it everywhere without ever really stopping to ask if the community actually needs it.
Okay, number two is a really big one.
External dependency. This is a super dangerous trap for a city to fall into. What happens is, a city just keeps importing all its smart solutions from the same handful of giant global tech companies. And when that happens, it never develops its own local talent, its own experts. It becomes a permanent customer instead of a creator, forever relying on outside help.
The third warning sign is a stubborn resistance to adaptation. This is when that one-size-fits-all model gets forced onto a community where it just doesn't belong. I mean, just picture it. Taking a solar power system that was designed for the Sahara and installing it in a famously rainy city like Seattle. It's just a complete refusal to change the blueprint to fit reality.
Symptom number four?
The data coma. It's a great name, isn't it? Cities are installing sensors on everything, collecting mountains and mountains of information. But here's the catch. All that data, it just sits on a server, totally unanalyzed. The city is technically alive with all this information, but it's effectively unconscious. It can't use any of it to make smarter decisions.
And the fifth and final warning sign?
Is unstudied cloning. This one might be the most blatant symptom of all. It's when a city says, hey, that amazing tech park worked in Singapore, so let's just build the exact same one here. They copy the final product, but they completely forget to copy the most important part. All the careful research and local adaptation that actually made it a success in the first place. And when these symptoms are left to fester, the prognosis is pretty serious.
Yes, simply ignoring these signs really isn't an option. This urban rumination comes with a very, very steep price tag, one that hits a city's wallet, its future, and its very identity.
The costs are just huge. First, you've got massive material losses. We're talking huge investments in shiny tech that doesn't actually help anyone. Then you get projects that just plain fail because the global model completely clashes with the local culture or climate. And maybe the saddest part is all the wasted opportunities. Investors keep chasing the same repetitive, safe ideas instead of funding something truly unique and special to that place.
But hey, it is not all doom and gloom.
The great thing about getting a diagnosis is that it's the first step toward finding a cure. And there is a clear treatment plan to heal our cities and get them out of this creative sickness. The prescription really starts with a fundamental shift in how we think. It's pretty straightforward, really. Instead of just copying global trends, we need to deeply understand local needs. Instead of just importing generic solutions off the shelf, we have to cultivate our own local experts. And instead of ignoring the context, we have to adapt every single idea to the specific local environment.
So what's the treatment plan? It really comes down to 3 key steps. First, early diagnosis. Analyze the patterns in your existing projects before you spend another dime. Second, local customization. You have to develop solutions for your city, not just plop them down in your city. And third, smart partnerships. This is crucial. You have to bring everyone to the table: the public sector, private companies, and the actual community members.
And all of this leaves us with one critical question to ask about our own communities. Are the new projects you're seeing truly innovative? Are they really tailored to who you are as a city? Are you just seeing the same old ideas repeated over and over? Because the very first step to building a truly smart city is to stop ruminating and start thinking.